Hey guys, it's Whitney. Welcome to another edition of the vlog. This is Whitney Watches Agent Carter, episode 1.05, The Iron Ceiling. There we go. I got it right. The problem is that since it seems to be a combination of the glass ceiling and the iron curtain, I can't get it right. Well, this was a really great episode, obviously. Howling Commandos! You can't go wrong with them. I mean, Dum Dum Dugan and the rest. Oh, it was fantastic. And it was quite a relief to get to see Peggy being Peggy and people from the SSR witnessing that and witnessing highly decorated and renowned men turn to Peggy for guidance. So I really liked that. We're past the halfway point in the series, so now we're kind of getting this point where a little bit of reflecting forwards and backwards, and I liked that. So some of the things forwards and backwards, let's just talk about Dottie really quick. We got our first flashback to the Russian program, the Black Widow program. Little girls being trained. The girl that we know to be Dottie, same brilliant blue eyes, shared a role with a girl. It showed them going through the rest of their day for training, watching Snow White, having to say it all along with them. To combat, where Dottie wound up killing the other girl on the woman's order, the woman who was supervising them on her orders. And fast forward to the Dottie of the present, exercising, later meeting up Peggy for breakfast, splitting a role with Peggy. Which I do think is interesting because, one, it shows that old habits die hard, and two, it shows that really Peggy to Dottie is expendable. It's the mission above all else. I think that's really fascinating and important. Later on, we also saw Dottie going through Peggy's things in her room because she stole the keys. That moment when she sat behind Peggy at Peggy's vanity, looking in the mirror, pretending to be Peggy, looking at the picture of Steve, pre-serum Steve. I think that's sweet, actually, that's the picture that Peggy has. I think it was chilling and kind of made me excited about where we were going to go with Dottie. And then at the very end with Dottie, because it was like beginning, middle, and end was where Dottie fit into this episode. Showed her going to sleep and handcuffing herself to the bed the way that she had been as a kid. So it's, some things don't change. Other things change a lot. In this case, Peggy really proved herself more capable than their code breaker, and because she was able to secure the Howling Commandos, was able to secure a spot in the mission to Russia. And where obviously her agenda was making... Sorry, my cat's circling this couch. It's kind of weird. That, you know, her job was making sure that, trying to find the information that would clear Howard. And they found it. I mean, they found a scientist that was trying to work off of Stark schematics, which obviously, if Howard had really been involved, they wouldn't have needed schematics because they would have had Howard. So there was that. But, you know, the interesting thing was that Thompson actually got to see Peggy in action and see Peggy being respected by the Commandos, the Howling Commandos, and not just respected, but they were looking to her for guidance. And I thought that was really brilliant. And in the end, he wound up benefiting from Peggy being Peggy. When he froze under fire, she's the one who got him to safety. And in the end, she's the one that he opens up to. And it's kind of, as big a jerk as he is, we finally know the truth, that he's living a lie, that he was decorated with this, with a medal for what he had done in World War II, and it was a lie. He had killed a bunch of soldiers that were coming in to surrender, and when he realized what happened, covered it up, came up with this story, and then that's what he had to live with. He has to live with living that lie and trying to be the person who, trying to live up to the man who would have earned that medal. So it was fascinating. It was nice to see that at the end, Peggy and Thompson wound up on slightly better terms, with him offering to buy her a drink. course, the downside to all this is Sousa figured it out. Sousa. Sorry, it's my cat Zorro. Sousa, who was he's just been one step behind Peggy through this whole thing. And so only naturally, he's the one who pieces together that she's the mystery blonde and doesn't seem to know what to do. So obviously, this was a really kind of interesting episode. It was setting the tone for what's happened, setting the tone for where it's going. Dooley is still convinced that Howard is public enemy number one, even though all we hear is hearsay that Howard was at this battle and involved in the cleanup, but we still don't know what happened, what the Russians had. So, interesting. Well, guys, I want to know what you think's coming up. Obviously, the promos set it up pretty clearly that things are not going to be looking well for Peggy, but how on earth do you think she's going to get out of this? Do we think that Leviathan's going to wind up being something against Peggy, or do we think that Dottie's going to wind up trying to help Peggy because Peggy's the only person that can get her the information she needs? I don't know. It'll be exciting to see. Anyways, if you guys like these videos, please subscribe. I am going to be doing them next week. I'm excited. This is kind of crazy. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm trying to get this recorded so that I can edit it and upload it tonight. But at any rate, if you like this, please subscribe. You can go to my website and you can find all kinds of geeky writings and things like that. It's whitneydrake.com. I'm on Twitter. It's at WhitneyD. I have a Tumblr account, which is where I do the bulk of my fandom-related stuff. It's not always safe for work, but I'm winged Kiari there. And for everything else that I have, you can go to my website and it's there. Anyways, you guys, I hope you have a great week. I can't wait to talk to you guys about this episode, see what you guys think, and then talk to you later. All right?